this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house.
I said certified free, 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy, make that pull out.
Episode 27 of the Prime Podcast. I am your host, Coast. There is the other host, Fats, and I find myself wondering why, oh why, am I doing this right now? No, I was wondering. I noticed a trend here. In every episode, I'm always the one that has to announce us in. How come you never do that?
That is because you are the man on the button. That is why.
All right, let's run it back, and I want to see how you would do it. All right?
Well, I have nothing for you because I'm not even prepared. See, you prepare yourself. You have music, you have the timing because you know when the button is pressed for recording. You're just you're just ahead of the curve. That's why I entrust that to you.
Right. So I opened this up with my new favorite song. Have you made yourself familiar with the new song Wet Ass Pussy?
No.
By the Cardi B and the Megan Thee Stallion.
No, I have not.
Oh, well, then you're going to hear it for the first time right now. Are you ready?
Go for it.
I want to play you this song, and I wish you could watch it, but I'm going to give you a few minutes, maybe.
There's a video for this?
Oh, my Lord, goodness gracious. Yeah, I wish we could sync that up. You have your computer in front of you, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the YouTubes.
Okay, let's go over to the YouTubes.
All right. And let me know when you found the video. It's Wet Ass Pussy, Cardi B, featuring Megan Thee Stallion.
This is what this whole WAP thing on TikTok and everything, this whole WAP thing. This is what this is about.
WAP. Oh. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. And we're gonna watch it like a couple of married.
I feel like such an old man.
Why?
You know what I find? One of my favorite comedians, rest in peace, was Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah, he was one of the greats.
He was one of my favorites, if not my favorite. He was like he his comedy was like straight from like my mind and my heart. Like I identified with it so much. However, he said one thing. He said the older he got, it was like the more like perverted old man that he got. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like just being cerebral and in his head with the perversions was like crazy. And it's like the older he got, the worse it got. And I'm like starting to understand that, a little something, something, something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, wait till you put this on then.
All right. So here we go.
Don't click it until I say click it. We're going to watch this together. All right. Let me know when you could hit play on that.
Okay. Music video.
And explicit.
All right. Isn't it on her Vivo? It's not on her Vivo?
It's on the YouTubes.
Okay. I got it. Okay.
It's you as in YouTube as in tube.com.
Yeah, I got it. So let's go.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm pressing right now.
1, 2, 3.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, of course mine's got to load. Yeah, mother's ass. Come on. There we go.
Whores in this house, there's some whores in this house, there's some whores in this house, there's some whores in this house.
I said certified free, 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy, make that pull out game weak. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop, for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, nigga, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a giggle, what is inside? Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This pussy is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. That's role play. I wear disguise. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it cream, make me scream. Out in public, make a scene. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
Gobble me, swallow me, drip down inside of me. Quick jump out for you, let it get inside of me. I tell them where to put it, never tell them where I'm about to be. I run down on them before I have a nigga running me. Talk your shit, bite your lip. Ask for a call while you ride that dick. Why you really ain't never got him fucking for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots, hang your coat for this wet ass pussy. He bought a phone just for pictures of this wet ass pussy. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet ass pussy. Now make it rain if you wanna see some wet ass pussy.
Oh, it's not over yet, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the Kylie right there, right? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. At this point in the song, I've already ejaculated into my pants.
Look, I need a hard hit, I need a deep stroke, I need a Henny drink, I need a weed smoke, not a garden snake, I need a king cobra with a hook in it, hope it lean over. He got some money, then that's where I'm headed. Pussy A1, just like his credit. He got a beard, well I'm tryna wet it. I let him taste it, now he diabetic. I don't wanna spit, I wanna go, I wanna gag, I wanna choke. I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat. My head can misfire, Punani the sunny is going and drying, it's coming outside, yeah. I run on that thing, like the cuz behind me. I spit on his mic and I heat tryna sign me.
Your Honor, I'm a freak bitch, handcuffs, leashes. Switch my wig, make him feel like he's cheating. Put him on his knees, give him something to believe in. Never lost a fight, but I'm looking for a beat. In the food chain, I'm the one that eat you. If he ate my ass, he's a bottom feeder. Big D stand for big demeanor. I can make you bust before I ever meet you. If it don't hang, then he can't bang. You can't hurt my feelings, but I like pain. If he fuck me and ask who's is it when I ride the dick, I'ma spell my name.
Yeah, 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 you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Now from the top, make it drop. That's some wet ass pussy. Now get a bucket and a mop. That's some wet ass pussy. I'm talking wop, wop, wop. That's some wet ass pussy. Macaroni in a pot. That's some wet ass pussy, huh?
Who that?
Some model chick. Oh, they had to give you all flavors. Here's the thin broads. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you want blondes? We got blondes. You want the thicker than the snicker? We got that. All right. I was almost gonna hit stop, but then I was like, no thanks.
So now, hold on. Is this your favorite song because of the song or because of the visual?
This is the greatest song ever written.
Right.
/ best piece of film ever made. Would you believe that I'm on my Facebook minding my own fucking business, witnessing grown men talk about how bad this is? What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, so here's the thing. People that are in a certain age group are so stuck on lyrical skill and content and delivery and everything else like that they are ignoring the actual visual of the situation. Of course, I'm just giving you the reason why you would see people. And of course, are these young people talking like this?
Just I don't know. I've accumulated them along the way on Facebook.
Yeah, but I'm saying these are not like millennials and down talking like this. This is people that are in our age group talking like this.
These are fucking nerd rappers. Who this is? This is so bad. This is whack. How? No shit. Do you think either one of these broads showed up that day to just be the spiritual miracle, lyrical? Like, no.
Yeah.
They're talking about that fucking WAP.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How could
you know, anytime that you have like an acronym that's dope is like Come on, what was the last one? The last one was Ham.
Maybe, I don't know.
That was like
What
the
was
last
that?
one. That was the last one that like went crazy, right? On social media, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't
Where it was like
know.
a song that they just went, it went crazy. So now this WAP thing is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And of
Yeah.
course, like the nerd situation is even further because I'm seeing a lot of people. These chicks out here could tell you exactly what WAP mean, but they can't tell you what PEMDAS means. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, but I see, watching the visuals, I say one has absolutely nothing to do with the other. You
I mean,
see?
this is they really did something for us with this video. They realized the climate we were living in, and they were like, "All right, we got to
Well,
give something to these people."
no one, and no one will appreciate this video more than a married man. You see what I'm saying?
I put it on my fucking giant television in the living room,
Uh-huh.
and I watched it with
Uh-huh.
my wife.
Right.
She already had seen it already. She kind of put me onto it because I guess she
Oh,
saw it on the talks. She saw the
right.
TikToks,
Right.
and then she told me about it. She was like, "Did you watch that video yet?" And I was like, "No,
Okay.
I'm going to now though." And then I watched it 78,000 more times.
Right.
It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful piece of cinematography I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was
I
dope.
mean,
It was shot well. You know what I mean?
yes, they put a very large emphasis on all of these women's
Right.
what could we respectfully call them? These women's attributes?
Right.
Right. All of them.
Right.
Like, why was Kylie even there? Because she has a big fat white ass. I like that.
She has a
That's why.
big fat bank account too.
Yeah, yo, and
Oh
then I started
boy.
thinking, was this when that incident occurred where Megan the Stallion got shot in the foot?
Right, allegedly by Tory Lanez.
Right. But they were all there. It was supposedly something about how Megan the Stallion was mad that Tory Lanez was showing Kylie a lot of attention, and then she was getting jealous. Is
Well,
Megan the
let's
Stallion?
stop right there and let's just explore that. Okay.
No, we're not going to fact check anything. We're going to
No, no, no,
speculate.
no, no, no. I'm
All
saying
right,
let's explore that
right,
as being men. If you were there with Megan the Stallion, right?
right,
And Kylie Jenner pulled up, right?
right,
And she was showing you some kind of rhythm.
right.
What would
As
you
she
do
would.
next? What would you do next?
I would be chucking them vibes at her. Feel me?
Right. But you would shoot your shot, would you not?
I mean, something tells me that these people are all friends on
Right.
some level. I mean, I don't know. I don't
But
know.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
know.
financially, uh, definitely, fame wise, B, and political power and clout. That's an upgrade on all cylinders, my man. Of course, Tory Lane's gonna shoot his shot. I would shoot my shot.
Isn't the Kylie Jenner with like Tyga or something?
I don't think so. You want to fact check that? Ask Siri about that.
Hey Siri, is Kylie Jenner dating Tyga?
Was in a relationship with Travis
Oh,
Scott
Travis
from
Scott.
2017 to 2019.
Oh, thank you, Siri. You were very helpful.
Okay.
All right, so it's Travis Scott. I
Right.
thought I could have sworn Tyga would
No,
appear in
Tiger was.
those.
I think he was pre Travis Scott.
Doesn't she have a baby with Tyga or something?
No, I think it's with Travis Scott.
Damn, I can't keep up with these hoes, bro. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing: he's old hat. He's 2019. In
Travis Scott
2020,
is like popping though.
I get it. I'm not even saying. Listen, you're not going inside one of the Kardashian girls unless you popping. Period. End of story.
That's like the prize you get when you're popping.
Like if you're ultra popping, you're like a household name, then you get to get one of these girls. Period.
Not just like one of them. Which one you think is like the grand prize at this point? You think it's still Kim?
No.
I think that Kylie might be.
Kylie's the prize because I mean, Kim's been around, my man. Like seriously, like Kim was already married to some producer dude when Ray J caught her. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she said, Excuse me. She said I was high on ecstasy. You
Oh,
know.
is that what the story was? How that film got made?
Yeah, she was high on ecstasy and she didn't really know what she was doing.
Oh, she was married when she made that?
Yes.
Oh, wow. She's a thotty.
That's what I'm saying. Like the thing about it is like the way we try to legitimize this woman is like it's like mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling. But
I'm not trying to do that. That's
unless
ridiculous.
you have to be rich, you have to be famous, and you have to be black to deal with to deal with one of these Kardashian girls.
You have to be black? Didn't she date wasn't the NBA guy she married for 24 hours white?
Exactly.
He wasn't
There you
properly stroking that.
He probably went to consummate that marriage and she was like, nah, you don't make the cut, homie.
You think the first time that she fucked him was when they got married?
Yeah.
That's funny. What about Scott Disick? He's a legendary fucking coxman.
Yeah, but Scott Disick was married to which one would he have? What was her?
Courtney, I believe.
Courtney, right? Yeah, but they were together for a long time. Like Scott was there the longest. He had the most seniority out of everybody.
Scott is still there. He's hanging around in the background.
That's what I'm saying.
I watched that show. I'm like, what is his job here? What is he doing? He's just hanging out.
Yeah.
They broke up, but he's still on the show.
Yeah, he's
He's
still getting that check.
like
They're
Scott.
still cutting him that check. You know what I'm saying?
And what was the other guy? The fat one was banging. The one that was not the hot one until recently, and now she's hot.
Who, Chloe?
Chloe, isn't it? Yeah, Chloe Kardashian, and she was with what's
yeah,
his
but
name?
allegedly they speculate that that's OJ's daughter.
I heard otherwise. I don't know. I talked to OJ. He was like, "Nope."
No, well, they just say that she's the biggest one. She has like the most manly features. You know what I mean? She's got like a
She
big
looks
head.
good now.
She's a good looking. Listen, let me just say this: under no circumstances can you call these women ugly, physically, but they're, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on with these girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You would go there, and then you'd be like, "What the fuck did I get myself into?"
Exactly.
Like for a guy like Kanye to thrive in that situation.
Listen to me.
Hey.
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
Kris Jenner, right?
Oh boy, you're gonna get canceled.
No, Kris, the mother.
Oh, the mother
turned the stepfather / father into a woman.
No, he was a woman the whole time.
Listen to me. We didn't know he was a woman when he was on the Wheaties box, when he was the decathlon champion. You know what I'm saying?
What's that the lady's name now? It's with a K, right?
Yeah. What do they call it?
I can't remember.
Jesus. Caitlyn.
Caitlyn.
Yeah,
Caitlyn Jenner. Hi, everybody. It's Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
I cut my cock off.
When it was Bruce Jenner, we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know. You know?
Bruce was a little light in the ass. How do you think it was so easy for him to run them fucking miles like that?
But listen, do you look at the person on the Wheaties box and say, you know what? In a few years, this guy's gonna want to cut off his wang and become a woman.
No. And first of all, I know now I must start, I suppose, but I start looking at the Wheaties box and be like, is this guy going to cut his dick off in a few years?
You have to start
curse.
Yeah, it's like the Wheaties curse. So you got to start looking at these guys differently now. You know, when they make the Wheaties box. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan on the Wheaties box?
Yes, he was.
Jordan, please don't cut your dick off.
But I doubt Jordan's not made for that. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of those guys. You know what I'm saying?
He don't have to do that.
Yeah. But I just the whole thing with her getting shot in the foot, taking it back to the Meg Thee Stallion thing. To be honest, I don't know. What did she like get physical with him in the car and he felt like the need to shoot her?
Do you think Siri knows what happened?
Well, no, I'm just saying, I'm just going off of what I know. Like they were in some kind of, limo car service thing. It was
Let's ask Siri. Hey, Siri, Why did Megan the Stallion get shot in the foot?
Okay, I found this on the web for why did Megan the Stallion get shot in the foot.
Wow,
Check
series
it.
good.
All right. Oh, both feet. What? Come on now. This thing is looking for a passcode. Yeah, this is, Siri, you had me almost. And now here we are. Oh, TMZ.
Mhm.
Let's see what this says here. Let's see. Let's report the news, other people's news. Huh.
The TMZ app!
Whoa.
Whoa.
Take it fucking easy. Good.
7 access to the exclusive news, pics, and video only TMZ can provide. Download the TMZ app today.
Shout out to TMZ.
Shout out.
Don't take us down. Oh, wow. Wow. They got this motherfucker on the floor, face down, in a pair of ball shorts.
Oh,
This is an exclusive video. Oh, this must be... Oh, no, she's shot in both foots. Is that her? I don't know. She can't really walk too good. Yeah, no, that's her. She's bleeding all over the place.
right.
This is a strange video. I'm going to try to put this video up.
Yeah, you
But,
gotta
this...
think that.
What?
You gotta sync it.
I mean, there's not much happening here, but I'll sink it. Get out of the vehicle. This bitch is bleeding everywhere. Who else is in the video? Let's see who we got here. My hands are up. Can't tell who that is, but she got the super duper badonkadonk donkey. Holy cow. I don't know. That looks like... I don't know. This is a fucking interesting video. They had to blur out this bitch's ass.
Right. Well, why would they do that?
The one on the ground, who I believe is Megan Thee Stallion, she's wearing a short skirt.
Yeah, but you don't want to blur out the good parts, right?
Oh, this shit is wild, yo. Now they got her spreading them fucking eagle. These motherfuckers is in a regular ass Escalade. I want to know more. I finally realized. I don't need you to say anything else, guy. Yeah, that didn't really answer my question. Let's.
Well, hold on. Let's just say this: she got shot. What do you think transpired and led up to her being shot?
Let's see. TMZ obtained new footage of the incident, starting with Megan being asked to exit the vehicle and back up toward police. As you can see, with each step she takes, she leaves a trail of blood. Meanwhile, Lanes is already laying face down and sprawled out in the middle of the street. After Meg sits down on the sidewalk, the other woman in the vehicle is asked to come out. As we are told, she can be heard saying, "My hands are up," as she follows the cops' instructions. All three people appear to be in swimwear. According to Megan's Instagram story, she and Lanes were at Kylie Jenner's pool party earlier in the night. Oh, that explains why this guy had nothing on. The LAPD tells TMZ Megan never told them she was the victim of a crime. The spokesperson said, at the time Megan the Stallion was with police, she did not report that she was the victim of any crime, and the LAPD has not received any additional information at this time. Megan the Stallion was shot in the foot early Sunday morning when she and Tory Lanez were pulled over, and he got arrested for a gun charge. Megan says the narrative that is being reported about Sunday's morning's events are inaccurate, and I'd like to set the record straight on Sunday morning. I suffered gunshot wounds as a result of a crime that was committed against me and done with the intention to physically harm me. Megan does not say who pulled the trigger, but she wants to make it clear. She did nothing wrong, she adds. I was never arrested. The police officers drove me to the hospital where I underwent surgery to remove the bullets from my feet. I'm incredibly grateful to be alive and that I'm expected to make a full recovery, but it was important for me to clarify the details about this traumatic night. I'm currently focused on my recovery so I can return back to my life and back to making music as soon as possible. I mean, we're reporting this a bit late because this happened fucking a month ago.
Yeah, but the thing about it is we're celebrating the conquest of this song that is like, is buzzing. I mean, they doing numbers with this thing. And
Yeah, no, you're right. It's
so
still
sad.
fucking bizarre.
It's sad that, in the midst of them preparing to roll out the visuals to go with this song, that she had to deal with this, this whole thing, which is right now, which is whack because she can't even get out on the road and support this thing.
Yeah. Ooh, Megan the Stallion opens up about what really happened when she was shot. I didn't deserve it. What, really?
Well,
Oh.
I don't think that you would find a shooting victim anywhere on the planet that would say that they deserved it.
Yeah, this is basically the same thing I read already. It's still so bizarre about, like, how do you end up shooting a bitch in the feet is what I'm...
Well, I guess he was probably trying to scare her and actually let the gun off and happened to shoot her. Like kind of like the Goodfellas thing. It's kind of like
times.
the Goodfellas thing when Spider got shot. It's probably a
Yeah.
Spider situation. You know what I mean?
I guess, but first of all, why is she even hanging out with that guy? Is that like her man's in them?
What, Tory Lanez?
Yeah, is that like her boyfriend?
I guess so. If it came into a heated exchange with him trying to get at Kylie, what would you think?
This is funny because I had once shot Danielle in the foot with a pellet gun.
Right.
On accident.
And how did you do that?
I had a pellet gun,
and
I was... It's not a pellet gun. It shot these little... It's an airsoft gun. That's what it's called.
So those are the little barbed BBs?
The little plastic BBs.
Okay.
And I had gotten one of these airsoft guns. This was years ago when I lived in Brooklyn.
Right.
And we were using them for some film thing we were doing. And I went to go shoot it at the ground, and she took a step, and she stepped right in the path, and I shot her in the foot, and she cried for hours.
Right.
But it wasn't a real
gun. Did it break the skin? No. Or just give her a bruise?
Didn't even give her a bruise. These little yellow plastic fucking pellets. BBs, whatever you call them.
Did you apologize? Did you apologize profusely?
I felt so bad. She cried like a baby when that happened.
Let me ask you a question. All
yes.
Right? So now, when you the other night, shortly after we wrapped up our podcast, my wife and I took a drive over to Coast's house.
And that's right.
And we had a nice long, little chat with him and his wife, and we were talking and everything else. And we informed our wives of our plan to keep 2 half mattresses at each other's houses so that we could, have a safe haven to sleep whenever we get asked to leave. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Anywho, the thing that I was like asking you is like, whenever you get into a conflict with your wife, what is the ratio of the makeup, you to her?
What do you mean the ratio?
Because my wife and I were having like a conversation about that, and I was like, women are not
retarded.
No, they're really not. They're usually not the ones that try to quell the conflict whenever there is a conflict.
It depends on a couple of different things here.
Okay, so the factors. What do you go?
There has been times in the past where arguments, it depends on the severity of what happens and all this shit. I mean, just today, for example.
Okay.
We did all this shopping today, and she cooked dinner. She was making chicken cutlets on the stove top, fried chicken cutlets with some rice and corn.
Right.
This is a signature meal of hers that she cooks.
Wait, say that. What is it? It's what?
It's a signature meal of hers that she cooks.
And what is the meal? Say it again.
It is a fried chicken cutlet.
Okay.
With a blended rice. It's like a rice, them rice packs that have like I don't know, rice-a-roni kind of. I don't
Okay.
remember
Gotcha.
exactly brand.
Okay.
And some corn,
Okay.
just
Okay.
simple things she makes.
She's good at it though.
Well, this is what happened there. So she's frying up these cutlets, and I go over to the pile of cutlets and I look at them. One of them seems a bit thick. So I'm like, let me cut this open and make sure she fried this cutlet all the way through.
Right.
I slice a little fucking piece off of it. I go to bite it. It's tough as fucking nails, and it's not cooked all the way through. And I put it down, and she's in the other room, but within earshot. And I said, just as I suspected. And she lost her fucking mind. She's like, this is why I don't fucking cook for you, and bop, 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 bop. And I'm like, well, this chicken will give the entire family salmonella. You need to cook chicken all the way through.
Right.
Why are you mad at me?
Right.
See, even in the face of what I'm saying to be true, she can still find a way to stick to her guns and
Well,
be
see,
like,
first of all, you're never, ever, ever. This is the first thing. You're never, ever supposed to try to combat a woman being offended with logic.
yeah, I know.
Like you cannot. You're saying the logical thing. You're looking
would
out for
think.
the well-being of your family. We cannot eat this because we will get sick. But because you offended her and tried to make her feel like she was less of a cook, she's not even trying to hear the logic. So you're just like, you're talking on deaf ears right there.
Well, in her defense, that one was the thickest of the bunch. We get them sliced from the butcher. This one happened to be thick.
Right.
And she's like, I knew I had to fry that one again. It wasn't done yet, but I had put more in the pot already, and I didn't have any space.
Right.
All right, you could just say, "Oh, you're right. No, I have to. That one needs to go on a little bit longer."
No, because you were basically judging her skills.
Well, so that's what happened today. But what your question to answer it, depending on the situation and the severity of the situation, I get in stupid trouble like that. I'm not out slinging dick and sniffing coke.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about little stupid ticky-tack fights like what you just described, little dumb shit like that. That's
well,
what I'm talking about.
that was over after I was like, this is good. And I sat down and ate, and it is good. How could you fuck up a fried chicken cutlet?
Right.
But in the past, if
It's
it'd be
possible,
other things,
but go ahead.
You definitely could. But I mean, it would depend on the situation. It would sometimes it could go days of I'm just in the shit house, like I'm an asshole.
Right.
And then if I buy her Cold Stone Creamery or take her out to dinner, we forget everything,
But here's my point, okay? And this is where me and my wife were having our discussion, and I was telling her the percentage of me being the one to initiate makeup, right, as opposed to her, is highly uneven. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. What is the percentage of you being the one to even start the fucking fight? And like literally zero. Will there ever be a time where I'm like, I'm mad now and I'm staying mad? I like I could have an argument or a disagreement about something and the fucking literal next fucking breath not give a shit. I just had to say what I had to say.
But this is what I tried to explain to her. She's like, oh, well, the way you react to things. I'm like, yes, I'm like a match. I burn very bright and hot for 2 seconds and I go out. That's it. And it's over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But now when you go 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and it's all of this tension and everything else. Now, here's my thing. The percentage, all the men that are listening to this can understand. We are the ones that now have to go back and wave the white flag and sign the peace treaty and everything else like that. Why is it like that?
Unless they want something, it's like that.
Of course. Now, if they want something or they need something, then, but even then, when they come, when was the last time you seen a woman stop at a florist to bring flowers home because she messed up?
Oh, never.
You understand what I'm saying? When was the last time you seen a woman say, you know what, I'm just going to make reservations at his favorite restaurant because I have to make up with him?
It's literally never happened on
Uh,
Earth ever,
you know,
because what you're describing is a man. Back to that
right.
the gay relationship I was talking about last time.
What I'm saying is the apology from us is always long and drawn out, and then when a woman wants to apologize, her apology is basically, you know, if you're ready to stop being an asshole, we can talk again.
Right. If you're ready to do something that I want you to do
Right,
and make me happy,
right.
the whole concept is completely flawed.
But
That's why.
we sign up for this. You know what the funny part is, because my anniversary just passed, so we were having a lot of conversations about this stuff like this, right? And I said I actually had to ask you if you would do me the honor of doing this to me for the rest of my life, and I paid a lot of money just to have a lot of witnesses and feed them to see me put myself on the hook to deal with this for the rest of my life.
And then you sit there sometimes and you're like, why me? Why?
Now, I'm sure that a lot of women are gonna like watch this and be like, "Oh, they're being misogynistic and everything else like that."
Nah, it's true. Some things are just true, you know?
No, they're just being misogynistic.
And I've done this twice. I believe so have you.
Yes,
And
yes.
so you sit there and you're like, again? We're doing this again.
Right. Well,
You don't learn.
here, what I could say, what I can say is that beyond a shadow of a doubt, the second time for you and me has been the definite,
Oh,
like it's been a
way
definite,
different.
like a definite upgrade above and beyond. Like we sit and we talk crazy and everything, but my life and your life has never been better. Like the second
I
time
have
around.
this conversation with my unmarried friends where they'll catch me where I'm all fired up about some dumb shit that I'm fucking ranting about, that
Right,
I'm
right,
arguing with, and
right,
they'll be like, "Well, you got married again. That's why I'm not married. That's why I'm
right,
never getting married." Blah, blah, blah,
right,
blah, blah.
right.
And I'll be like, "Yeah, but that's why you haven't, you fall asleep every night after you ate fucking 3 bowls of Fruit Loops and drank 87 beers. Nobody's touched your cock in 7 years." It's like I understand, and this is all about mentioning, we've both been married before, but I was married to the most fucking terrible woman on earth. So
Well,
it's like the
I
shit I
can't
was arguing about.
I can't like I'm not gonna totally go out and say all of that about my first wife. My first wife, it's just that we weren't, you know, I, I just shouldn't have done it. Period. End of story. You
Right.
know,
No,
it
I know.
wasn't my
Yeah.
time. It wasn't my time. It wasn't the right person. Obviously, when I came into my time with the right person, you know what I'm saying? My life was totally on a different, a different level. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it
Um,
complements the life you live to be with your wife.
right.
Right.
Absolutely. And the thing
The-
about it is like it's so funny because when I discuss these things with her, like when I discuss like just relationship stuff, because we always have like very very deep introspective conversations and looking at things and just trying to realize how we can be better with one another, be better with our friends and with our children and everything else like that, just all around be better people, you know what I mean?
right.
And the thing that I always say is when you're dealing with someone, especially, it doesn't matter if you're just dating, it doesn't matter if you're just living with each other, if you're going to be engaged, if you're married, and everything else like that. It has to be a person that compliments you. It has to be a person that compliments you at the level of life that you're living. You cannot try, it just does not work. When you try to reach down, grab somebody and bring them up, it just does not work. You understand what I'm saying?
It's like a fart, If you have to force it, it might be shit. You know what I mean? You push a little too hard, you might get a little more than you fucking bargained for in your pants
Exactly.
there.
And you know what? You know what? That was very profound. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. I'm not the inventor of that. That's been said for many
No,
years
I'm
by
just
many
saying.
wise men, but it
But I
fits.
mean, it's just like that. When you met your wife, you were dealing with someone who was on your level. You know what I'm saying?
Man, ain't none of these bitches on my motherfucking level.
Yeah, okay.
Stop that.
Yeah, all right.
Nah,
You know,
you're right.
I mean, and that's basically what it is. But it's like when you when you look at things though, like I was talking to someone about divorce,
Oh boy.
and this person was telling me like a whole bunch of stuff. You know, I won't get into details and everything, but to like the details of the divorce and the details of how things are going down and child support and everything else like that. And even the system is so predicated on breaking down the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
yeah.
like taking him and like just taking him back and forth over the grader and just trying to, you know, just grate everything you can get out of this guy. You know what I mean? And for when you're
Absolutely.
dealing with like people that you have like pensions and, you know, 401ks, and you're dealing with property and children and everything else like that. It's just like you have lawyers that are like sharks out there that try to just get everything from you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And it's a sad situation. That's where that age old adage comes from. It's cheaper to keep her. You know what I'm saying? You know?
It is sometimes, but sometimes you just can't. That's like, it's like trying to fucking just take a wild dog and leave it in your house. It's meant to be it's for the streets. You
Yeah,
know what I
well,
mean?
you know,
You can't.
I assured my wife, and she will tell you, I assured her on the plane on the way to our honeymoon. I was like, I will never, ever contemplate divorce. Murder, perhaps. You know?
Yeah.
But never divorce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They're gonna play this in your episode of Dateline NBC. Gonna fucking and I'm sitting here laughing.
Well, then
He
you're
was a
gonna be
great guy.
you're gonna they're gonna say that you knew what was going
That's
down.
right.
They're gonna say
They're
you
gonna
knew.
fucking
You're
they'll
gonna be
bring me in.
complicit. You're gonna be complicit in whatever happens. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know nothing. That's a couple. There's one thing I learned in life is that I don't know a fucking thing. I don't know
Oh,
anything.
culpable deniability? Really?
I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know nothing. Just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I watch those shows. Do you ever watch those shows?
Yes.
Like if you get on like a binge watching session of let's say the first 48.
I knew you were gonna bring that one. That
Right.
is like the go-to. But go ahead.
Okay. By the end of season 1, you're qualified to be a fucking detective because the same exact thing happens every fucking time.
You know, I just did not know. Like with all right. You know, like where we come from.
Yeah.
And growing up, you know, in certain ways where snitching is supposed to be so frowned upon. Yo, the amount of snitching that goes on in these rooms,
Yeah.
holy mo! Yo,
But
I was
think
like,
about
it's like the amount of people that fold under pressure is
oh,
ridiculous. It's
oh, you mean
crazy.
everyone?
I'm just
Is that what
saying
is
they
that what
get
you mean
behind.
by everyone? You mean
Well,
except the psychopath killers that are like, it wasn't me. I know what you're
right,
talking
right,
about.
right.
Wasn't
Like,
me.
to be honest, right now they just indicted 2 people for the murder of Jam Master Jay. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. One of them's younger than me.
Right, and one of them is that the one that was locked up?
No, the one was locked up was 56
Oh
now,
no,
and the
okay,
other one
okay,
was
okay,
36, which
okay.
is
So
also a weird age gap.
yeah, it's crazy, right? So the one
Yeah.
that was locked up, he's doing Fed time, but they just re-indicted him for this. Then there's one that's 36. I believe I told my wife, somebody told. There's no
At this
way that
point,
they
yeah.
picked that shit right out of a hat. Somebody told.
I
Period.
mean,
I'm just telling you, like that is somebody got in a squeeze and said, I have information that can close a cold case.
Yeah, it's think about that though. Like the guy that happened in what 2003,
2002.
2002,
Right.
and the dude is 36. So that would have made him a minor at the time. No,
No, 18.
18. Okay, because I was like, yeah, all right. I was 22 in 2000. All right, yeah, yeah, but still, that's that's a little young, no, to be killing a guy that this guy he's a
Yo, man,
fucking
what are you talking about? You
legend.
got 13-year-old trigger man. What are you talking about?
I know, but it's like at 18 years old, could he truly appreciate the capacity of
Well, at
what
18 years
he's
old at
done?
that time, Jam Master Jay wasn't who he was to me and you.
I know, but that's what I'm to an 18-year-old too. Like even I knew who Run DMC was because I was into hip hop and I understand the full capacity of what they did.
Right.
But I don't even know if this kid knew like who he killed.
But that's what I'm saying. To an 18-year-old at that time in 2002, Jam Master Jay wasn't who he was to who I am. You know what I mean? To a
Yeah,
person
that's
my age. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the way that goes. But at the end of all of that, for that to be a cold case for 18 years, right? Somebody had to have came forth with
yeah.
information and dropped a dime on these two people.
It's crazy. That was like I have this weird obsession with time and shit like that.
Right.
That was a full lifetime ago for the
R-
kid when
Right.
he was the age when he did it, and now it
Absolutely.
finally is catching up to him. Like
Absolutely.
that's
That's that's
crazy.
that's my point. And but again, you know, does that now bring closure to his family?
I mean, I'm sure that it would have to on some level, but it'll never make it like fucking right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you know,
You got to think about it. This Jam Master Jay, not only with Run DMC, but this is the man that brought you Onyx. This is the man that brought you 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Like this is he's definitely like people don't understand what he meant to this whole thing of hip hop. You know what I'm
the
saying?
other crazy shit to me when I read that shit is he was also younger than me when he died.
Right, right.
When you consider like everything
What was he,
he had done,
36?
36 or 37, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's bugged out to me because when I thought about it back then, I was like, that's an old head. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
he was,
right.
but he was shit, and now I'm an old fuckhead.
But here's the other thing as well. Before Jam Master Jay, the DJ was just a DJ off to the side. Like Jam Master Jay was the DJ that became part of the group. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's just,
definitely.
it was very, it was a very big loss for hip hop. And now they have, you know, presumably they have the killers now. You know what I mean?
Presumably, I thought they have him. I don't.
No, I mean alleged. They haven't been proven guilty. They haven't in a court of law. They've just been indicted for the crime. You know what I'm saying?
One of the dudes was posted on fucking IG. Oh my bad, I'm tired over here. He was posting on IG like, yo, he posted a picture of Jam Master Jay. He was like, we gotta protect the good ones. It was like a death anniversary of him.
Right,
It's like,
right,
yo,
right.
you killed this motherfucker, you piece of shit. Like,
Yeah. Well,
what
I
the
mean,
fuck?
man, let's try to sweep over those tracks, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure there was 15 people in the hood that knew he did it.
Yeah, of course. But now someone, you know, came forth with the evidence. Well, dropped a dime on these guys. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder what, like, see, they're gonna have to have some kind of, like, could you just go off of testimony at this point, all these years later? Or did they have?
Well, you have to also think about it along these lines as well. Like, if that person can now connect the dots and say that they heard evidence, like they heard information that only the killers would know from these guys.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or the person was actually there in concert with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Or heard the plans because of a certain scenario. You know what I'm saying? The
I
information
wonder
is all
what
going to come out.
that scenario was. Like, it was a 18-year-old dude with a 36-year-old dude. Were they there together at the same time to rob him, or were they in like a session that went bad?
Or was it a murder for hire thing? You know,
Yeah,
who knows what it was? But
yeah.
what happened is they ran up in this dude's studio, which was heavily secured, and they were able. So the thing about it is, for them to even get in there, they had to have some kind of knowledge of what was going on, or he knew them, or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Was it like a session that went bad? Were they like plotting on, like, they got in there to record and then they was just plotting on this motherfucker? Like,
Yeah.
it's
But it
crazy.
was a
But
bunch of people there. But it was a bunch of people there.
oh, there was other people there too.
Was yeah, there were people there when he got killed.
Oh, so those details about what happened, and they
That's
could have been out there already.
yeah. Well, I mean, put it this way: up until now, no one was speaking on it, though. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Uh, I recently some old dude in Levittown.
Levittown,
Yeah, some old 67-year-old guy. He shot his wife with a rifle, killed her.
really?
Yeah. Then her brother was there, I guess. And then he went and got a shotgun and shot him in the arm or something like that. I don't, all I do know is this is an older white gentleman. And I find it funny to hear how the news spins things based on race. You know what I'm saying?
Why? What did they say?
Just basically like, you know, he's first of all, when they talk about him, he's the alleged shooter that allegedly shot his wife and blah blah blah. And they want to talk about his mental state and how, blah blah blah. It's all about a mental state and his, and that could have led to what was going on. But it's like
You think?
if this was like a black or a Hispanic, it's like we would have got the full rundown of this guy's criminal background from when he was like 4 years old. You know what I'm saying? He would have been called the shooter that shot his wife. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
And it's
I'm
so funny.
familiar.
It's like when you see these things unfold in front of your eyes, you're like, wow. You know what I mean? Like,
You see this whole shit with this little kid that got killed by the dude. You know what I'm talking about or no?
no, where did this happen?
I don't even know where it was, but it was a 5-year-old kid
Uh-huh.
was playing. It's like riding a bike or some shit in his neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
A white kid, and he rode up into his neighbor's yard,
Uh-huh.
and the neighbor shot him in his fucking head and killed him.
Why?
Well, because he's obviously out of his goddamn mind. That goes without
So
saying.
wait a
No,
minute. Wait. The neighbor was white and the kid was white.
no, the neighbor was black, and the kid was white.
Oh,
So now you heard the story I told you. Little white kid gets shot by a black dude.
right.
Okay, all right. Automatically, when I tell you the story, you're like, this dude. You have to be thinking this dude is completely out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
Regardless of white, black, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But the internet community of fucking angry whites
Of course.
was beside themselves. That see, you didn't even hear this story.
That a
So
Negro had the audacity to kill this little pure
no, well,
white
yes,
boy.
that was part of it, but that the media wasn't covering the story as front page news.
Right.
Well, because this is just how inherently racist white people are on the internet. They're
Right.
like, you guys talk about all of this fucking Black Lives Matter and blah 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 and all this shit, but you're not covering this story. Whereas it's like, okay, obviously the situation is fucked up. Anybody with a brain and a heart will tell you that obviously this is a fucked up situation. But this is a complete isolated thing that happened. This dude's fucking out of his mind. Obviously, it didn't seem as though it was racially motivated. It was just this guy's out of his fucking
This
mind and he
guy's
killed a
just
little kid.
he's crazy.
Right.
Oh, this is in North
Well,
Carolina.
okay. Yeah. So, but white people on the internet took it as a direct, like, see, this is what we're talking about. Like to as if this vindicated everything they felt about black people. Like they just show over and over and over again how fucking racist they are.
Yeah, but
Like every chance.
what's sad about that is that the sad part about that is the same thing. It's like, all right, if you endure the same pain that someone else has been feeling for centuries from you, and you feel it once, and then you justify the centuries of causing that type of pain and suffering on that other person, that is like
Right.
ludicrous to me.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It's like
It's ridiculous.
you you still found a way to make this about race in that way. Like you still found a
And
way
not
to
even
do
to
that.
make it about race, but to justify.
Like that's what I mean, to justify it by, like, racial inequality bullshit when,
Yeah,
like,
like what the listen to me.
yeah,
Listen, I saw something on the internet where they said if the Supreme Court never had to rule in your favor for basic human rights, then you have privilege. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah, that makes
It's as
sense.
simple. If the Supreme Court didn't have to say, you know what, they are human beings. They're not 3/5 of a human. They are human beings that have the basic human rights. We're not even talking about civil rights. We're talking about human rights. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Civil
Basic
rights,
human.
we didn't even get to that yet. But basic human rights. If the Supreme Court didn't have to rule in your favor, then basically you have privilege. But people will argue that down like to tooth and nail. But that's basically no pun intended. That's black and white. Period. End of
Yeah,
story.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
It's
it's sad. My
yeah,
condolences
I'm not trying to.
go out to this the little kid's family. I mean, my son is 4. I don't even know. Put it this way, I wouldn't even be able to speak right now if there's something like that happened to my son.
Right.
You
Absolutely. I'm
know?
not trying to take anything away from it. I was just the reaction of the internet, and there's people drawing these lines in the I love this one on Facebook where people draw these digital lines in the sand
Right.
where they're like, "Oh, if you're this or that and you stand here on this and just unfriend me, man." It's like, "Sure."
I'm like, sure I do. Right?
Just I can't fucking click that button fast enough. Why are you here anyway?
Right.
It's like it's grown-ups like, "I'm running away from home."
But it's the
Run.
same thing when Trump got in. Like I said, I was closing on my house when he was being inaugurated, right? I'm in the conference room signing all of the basically signing my life away, right?
That's
And
right.
and there were people protesting and rioting and burning stuff and flipping cars over, and you're like, when did we get this spirit of if you lose, you have to do all of that? Like, I don't get it.
Uh, I mean, I'm sort of fucking concerned about what's gonna happen in November. I really am.
Why? What are you concerned about?
I think that, like, if Trump wins,
Uh huh.
the world is gonna be in a, like, a complete fucking uproar, and there's gonna be all that rioting in the streets and all this shit again because people still have nothing to do. We're probably gonna be in Corona Part 2 by then with unemployment fucking skyrocketing.
You know what
Everybody's
I
gonna have
you know what I love though? You know what I
what?
love? All of the people that are anti-socialism and F Bernie Sanders and all this other stuff. Aren't these the same people that were A, taking the stimulus checks and cashing them? B, we're taking that federal unemployment and living la vida loca with that stuff.
Right.
Like socialism was like the best in the midst of this pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Because
It
guess
was
what?
perfect.
The federal government sending you money is socialism, my man. No matter how much you slice or dice that. So all of these people that were, oh, Bernie Sanders this and democratic socialism and everything, what do you think this was during the pandemic?
It was a version of that. Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is these staunch anti-socialism people are the people that were basically benefiting from the actual socialism that the federal government
Well, it
was
was
giving.
basically what would it take for you to be a socialist? Let's do the experiment.
Right,
Okay, a deadly virus.
right.
Yes, sign me up.
Yeah, but
So,
all of the tough talk is out the window, just like that,
dude, the tough talk goes out the window.
just
Like
like that.
just like that. Mike Tyson said it. Everybody's a tough guy until they get punched in the fucking face. Everybody
It's so
start running you
crazy.
down. The
The
whole
talk
speech.
was like was crazy, and then all of a sudden, people started getting their pockets lined, and you start seeing like all of this stuff. Like, yo, I was like looking at, and I was telling my wife, I was like, it's so funny because obviously I never stopped working, right? And you and I would talk about that during the whole times and everything else. I never stopped working because I work in a field that was still needed and could not close. Uh, there were people sitting at home between their state unemployment and federal unemployment making almost as much or more than me. How about that? How about that? And
How
these
do
were
you
some
like
of the most, and these were some of the most staunch. Uh, uh, we can't let Bernie in. We can't let Bernie in. Blah blah blah. So it's like when Trump shows you an actual model of socialism, it's like, oh yeah, it was great because my family this and everything else like that. There's some people right now that are still looking for the second round of stimulus.
I'll take that, please. Thank you. Send it right. Yeah, I don't choose sides here. You
Yeah,
know what
but
I mean?
you weren't on the internet talking all of this craziness and all this tough guy talk. You see what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like, listen, if you want to be tough and show that you're that good, then be a survivalist or be a person that's a doomsday prepper. You know those people that like have whole entire sections of their houses that are devoted to just packing storage. You understand what I'm saying?
I
And
seen a TikTok of
rations.
that. This kid had his mother on blast. He's like, "My mother's crazy. She's preparing for Corona Part 2," and he's
Right.
walking in this extra room, and
Yeah, I
she looked
saw it.
like
I saw that, and she had mad stuff, mad
everything.
juice and food
Yeah.
and everything else like
He's
that. And
like,
I
"I
was
got
like,
the bevs."
yo, but I mean, there's people that really do that. They doomsday
Yeah,
preppers. They ready
ain't
to
nothing wrong.
survive. If it was like, yo, listen, you had to survive for months with no income. There are people that could probably do it.
She's probably just trying to ride out that fucking that Corona season, man. You remember what it was like going to the store during this shit? Like
Yo,
thinking,
let me tell you something.
hey,
It's so funny now when you see people in New York, and like right now, everybody's so afraid about the schools and everything else like that. But the crazy part was when people had these long lines outside of stores, and you couldn't get in the store, and then when you did get in the store was like decimated. You know what I'm saying? I spoke to a Stop and Shop employee when the Lysol and the wipes go into Stop and Shop. They are kept in the office, and the people that are there buy the stuff up. So, if you are looking for Lysol or Lysol wipes, you need to be friends or neighbors with somebody who works in a supermarket.
do you know that we have a primate who does this exact thing?
Who's that?
Richard Watts.
Oh, Watts. We got to talk.
Watts, and when this was all going down, Watts was like, he lives out there in Bumblefuck, wherever the fuck he is at the end of the island.
All right, right.
Kept telling me he had the goods. And
Right.
I didn't want the goods bad enough, but he works at the supermarket or worked at the time. I don't know if he's still there,
Right.
but he was coming up on all them goodies.
Yeah, man. Like it was told to me by a supermarket employee that if you're looking for wipes, if you're looking for Lysol, if you're looking for anything like that, you have to have someone you know that can get to it and buy it and get it to you straight like that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are the breaks. It's episode 27 of the Prime Podcast. Oh, I'm wearing my Welcome to Hell shirt because I wanted to show you guys what I had on the other day
Right.
when we were talking about it in the last video. Welcome to Hell, members only.
All right.
Yes, but this is episode 27 of the Prime Podcast. This has been a magnificent time we spent together today, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. I hope the day you listen to this, you get your little wiener sucked on, you get your little pussy licked on, you have a good time with life. Okay?
Get your WAP licked on.
Yeah. I'm gonna start the show with that. I'm gonna play that, and people are gonna be like, "Oh shit!" All right, yo, we're gonna say bye bye now.
Peace.
Peace.